It's the Masters feature race. In qualifying, we had controversy alone. We had controversy last week in the racing with Mark Swan picking up his first feature victory in a long time here at the Thunder Ring. Who is gonna win it tonight?
Well, it's going to be an absolutely great race, and here we are to give you the field. On the front row, starting in first place from Dallas, Georgia, the 37 of Phillip Young. Starting in second, on the outside of row 1, the 15, Bill Plemons Jr. Starting in third in the 77 machine from McDonough, Georgia, Robbie Woodall. In the white and red 10, starting in fourth, Benjamin Jones. Starting in fifth position, last week's feature winner, number 14, Mark Swan. Starting in sixth, the number 4 from Roanoke, Alabama, Tony Yon. In seventh, the 07 from Jefferson, Georgia, Russell Shore. Starting in 8th place from Stone Mountain, Georgia, the 8 machine of Randy Schubert. In 9th from Locust Grove, Georgia, the 18 of James Meredith. Starting in 10th from Covington, the 01 of Wes Potter. Starting in 11th position tonight, the 5W from Canton, Georgia, Ronnie Wehunt. Starting in 12th from Jackson Lake, Georgia, the 5 of Barry Bowen. And in last place from Covington, Georgia, the 3 of Robert Anderson.
2 by 2, Phillip Young brings them across the stripe. Green flag in the air. Cars racing hard through turns 1 and 2. Phillip Young and Bill Plemons Jr. race off the exit of turn number 2.
Plemons got a little loose there, leaving 2, which is going to open the door for Robbie Woodall in that blue and white 77 machine. But off of turn number 4, Phillip Young leads the first lap of the Masters feature.
Robbie Woodall with a new car, wasting no time on the 37 of Phillip Young. Those cars work down the backstretch. Bill Plemons Jr. sits in third.
Bill Plemons made a little bit of a mistake there on lap 1. It cost him position, and that 77 car of Robbie Woodall looks like he did not come here to play on this cloudy Wednesday evening. The 37 of Phillip Young trying to hold him off.
77 car, Robbie Woodall gives the bumper to Phillip Young. Can't make the pass. Working off of turn number 4, Phillip Young still leads across the stripe.
That 77 of Woodall all over the rear of that 37 car, racing him clean, racing him good, but racing him hard with 17 laps to go this early in the race. Is that a good idea?
We're getting ready to find out. Phillip Young out front, car length, less than a car length, half a car length separates the leaders. Now Robbie Woodall gives him a shot. Robbie Woodall all over the back bumper of Phillip Young.
Phillip Young got a little loose there exiting 2. Unfortunately for Woodall, he hit him. It caused him to slow down, so Young able to retain that lead, maybe even stretch it a little bit here as they go hard off into turn number 1. Woodall not all the way on the bottom of the racetrack, going to try to get a good run off down the back straightaway.
While these drivers play, Bill Plemons Jr. sits there in third, waiting to pounce on these drivers. Robbie Woodall's been patient with that 37. If patience what you want to call it, he's been all over the back bumper of Phillip Young, but hasn't been able to make that pass.
Phillip Young continuing to get loose. You see the 77 making a move to the inside. Ran out of patience. 37 up the racetrack. Woodall not able to make the pass. The 37 holds the lead to the front straightaway.
Not only is Robbie Woodall running out of patience, but that lap he ran out of racetrack. Ran all the way down into the grass on the backstretch. He'll try once again to the inside of Phillip Young.
Woodall looks like he has the faster car, not able to make the move. Phillip Young making that white and orange 37 wide, and while these two go at it, the 15 of Bill Plemons back into the picture.
77 car, Robbie Woodall has given it all to the 37 of Phillip Young so far in this one with just 12 laps remaining. Phillip Young making 11 laps remaining for that blue or that white and orange 37 of Phillip Young.
11 to go at the Thunder Ring, and the action is as hot as it's been all night. Robbie Woodall all over the bumper of the 37 of Phillip Young, waiting to make his move. Been patient. Young gets loose. Woodall turns him, and there will be a caution on the racetrack. The 37 of Phillip Young from the lead gets loose, gets contact from Woodall, and will lose his top spot.
Caution flag out on the speedway, and that gives us here in the booth a chance to take a deep breath after that great racing action between Phillip Young and Robbie Woodall. Phillip Young spins off the nose of the 77 of Robbie Woodall. Perhaps the patience was finally running out on Robbie Woodall.
Absolutely. That 37 of Phillip Young out front was loose off almost every single lap. As you watch this replay, Woodall giving him his space. The 37 car drives it hard off into 3. 77 does the same, a little bit loose, gets really loose on the exit of 4, and due to circumstance, the 77 of Woodall turns him.
Well, the 37 car just spun off of turn number 4. Before the contact was even made, you could see that car was already headed to spin around. The 77 car just happened to be there to also give him the bumper. There's Morris code in short track racing. The first bump you give the driver in front of you is to let you know I'm here. The second bump is to tell that driver to pick a lane. The third bump is I'll pick the lane for you. You have to believe Robbie Woodall's patience was starting to run out. You see the 37 car was already loose, but Robbie Woodall was all over his back bumper anyways.
What does the 28th bump mean? Because Robbie Woodall has been all over the bumper of that 37 from the beginning. Like you said, we finally get to take a breath. This has been amazing action out of those two cars, and we got 9 to go. It's going to heat up even more.
Well, since the 77 car played a part in that caution rules here at Atlanta Motor Speedway Thursday Thunder, means that 77 of Robbie Woodall will have to go to the rear as well. So Robbie Woodall will join Phillip Young at the back of the pack. I'm not so sure that 77 car of Robbie Woodall was the cause of that caution. I think he just happened to be wrong place, wrong time. But nonetheless, he's back at the rear, and Bill Clemens Jr. now will jump to the front of the field.
Well, I can assure you that 77 of Robbie Woodall is not going to be happy after this race. But you know who is going to be happy? The 15 car of Bill Clemens and the 10 car of Benjamin Jones. They are on the front row. And who's even happier? That 14 machine of Mark Swan, winning last week. He's on the inside of row 2. He's going to be in the catbird seat, able to make a move on the inside.
Can Mark Swan go back-to-back, or can Bill Clemens Jr. pick up his first feature victory of the season? Bill Clemens Jr. is chasing a national championship here in this Masters division. It all started last week with his 4th place position finishing. Coming here, green flag back in the air. Bill Clemens Jr. and Benjamin Jones battle side by side into turns 1 and 2.
Clemens has a good restart right there. Gets the lead over that 10 car of Benjamin Jones. Jones falls into line to second. You see a pile up there in 3, able to get out of it clean as the 37 car pulls away and gains about 3 positions right there.
Phillip Young already up to the 5th place position. Robbie Woodall back up to the 8th place running position. Single file down throughout the field. Bill Clemens Jr. still leads out front.
Well, you see the 77 and the 37 are the most aggressive drivers out on the racetrack right now. We talked about it earlier. You can be in the middle of the pack and you can still win this race. We saw it in an earlier event. It could happen here tonight in the Masters feature.
Well, Phillip Young moves into 4th. He's bringing the 77 car, Robbie Woodall, with him for 6th. Now make that 5th. 4th place, Phillip Young. 5th place, Robbie Woodall.
Woodall and Young are the 2 fastest cars out there right now. They did not have the track position on that restart. We're going to be coming to 7 to go. Do they have enough time to catch our leader, Bill Clemens Jr.?
Bill Clemens Jr. knows it's one thing to catch him, it's another thing to pass him. He's done this before. He picked up a clean season sweep a year ago, picking up all 8 feature victories here at the Thunder Ring for our 2020 Thursday Thunder season. He's looking to go to victory lane for the first time in this 2021 season here tonight.
That 77 car of Robbie Woodall to the inside of Phillip Young. He finally makes the clean pass, but not for the position he was looking for. He's going to get another spot up into 3rd. Phillip Young going to come with him as they both get by Mark Swan.
Robbie Woodall moves into 3rd. He brings Phillip Young with him. Those drivers back to 3rd and 4th, but just 5 laps remaining.
We've seen late race cautions all night long here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Bill Clemens hoping we don't see another one, as he has about a 3-car length lead over the 10 of Benjamin Jones.
Bill Clemens Jr. out front with just 4 laps remaining. Robbie Woodall, if he's going to close that gap, he is going to need that caution. But you know who doesn't need that caution is the 10 car of Benjamin Jones, because he's there in 1.
Right now, that 15 car of Bill Clemens looks like he has the advantage. That 10 car of Benjamin Jones is going to give it all he's loose in the middle of 3 and 4. At 2 to go, that's going to stretch out the lead for Bill Clemens Jr.
Perhaps what that 15 car of Bill Clemens Jr. needed. Down the backstretch, he gaps the 10 car of Benjamin Jones.
Bill Clemens Jr. racing for the national championship hard off of turn number 4. He's going to take the white flag and drive it hard onto turn 1.
Off of turn number 4, Bill Clemens Jr. down the backstretch for the final time. Picked up all 8 feature victories here a season ago. Didn't have the week 1 he wanted, but he turns it around here in round number 2. Bill Clemens Jr., your feature winner here in the Masters division.
What a race for the Masters division. Bill Clemens Jr. able to get the victory over the 10 of Benjamin Jones and 77 car of Robbie Woodall. An absolutely great drive by that driver out there. So fun to watch the 77 and 37 battle the first half, and for Bill Plemons to close it out in the second half.
What a great night of racing action. Ryan, your first time in the broadcasting booth doing motorsports, I don't think it could have gotten any better than that.
I don't either.